Welcome to Football with Cheese. Today we're going to talk about the Saturday NFL games. Hope you're having an amazing Friday. So let's get right into it. Houston plays Kansas City. Houston's been a franchise for about 25 years. They have never made the Super Bowl. The Chiefs have made it 6 times, including 4 of the last 5 years, and won 3 of those. They've won 4 total. They have a lot of success lately. The Redskins, they're the Redskins. They're not the Commanders. I'm just calling them the Redskins. It's just easier. Redskins have made 5 appearances. They've won 3 times, but have not been there since they beat the Bills in 1992. And Detroit has also never been to the Super Bowl. They did win 4 NFL titles before the Super Bowl existed. And they won 3 in the 50s, so they were really good in the 50s, apparently. None of you watching this will remember that. Maybe Friend Father. Maybe he remembers it. So let's talk about the Chiefs first. Chiefs were 15-2, really 15-1 if you didn't rest players. They rested players against the Broncos the last week. Their defense is very good. It always is. Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, is terrific. They have 3 really good players on defense. Trent McDuffie, the corner. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, and Leo Chenal, the linebacker. Chenal's been one of the best off-ball linebackers in the league last 2 years. No one talks about him. Chris Jones and McDuffie are just outstanding. 2 of the best at their position. On offense, they obviously have Patrick Mahomes. They have Travis Kelce. They have a lot of speed from the rookie receiver, Xavier Worthy. Where they struggle is at offensive tackle. They have a bad group on both sides. Both right tackle and left tackle struggle. But somehow, they get away with it. It hasn't hurt them. They were bad last year. Didn't hurt them. And Houston has, we talked about them last week, there's 2 great pass rushers, Hunter and Anderson. And they have 2 great corners, Stingley and Lassiter. And they all played well. And you can see against the Chargers last week, they were outstanding. And that's one of the main reasons Houston won by so much was their pass defense and their pass rush. Just forced Justin Herbert to 4 interceptions. It's crazy. But they're going to have to take advantage of that. They're going to have to get hits on Mahomes. They're going to have to get stops. The Chiefs, the reason why the Chiefs have been to 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls, the main reason is they're so good on third down on offense and defense. They find a way. They make plays when they should. In the clutch and in big situations. And you've got to knock them off that. If you watch the Christmas Day game, Steelers-Chiefs, okay? I don't know why teams do this, but that game more than any game, on 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, Travis Kelce would just run 5 yards down the field, turn around, and then Mahomes will throw it to him, and they just keep moving the chains. The Steelers let him do it all game. He caught 8 catches for 84 yards in that game, Kelce. Every time they had a big third down. And teams have been doing this for years. I would love to see a team man up Kelce, jump in front of those routes. Kelce's not the player he once was. He's lost some speed and athleticism, so he's not going to run by you and torch you down the field. So just jump those routes. Make him throw to the receivers. Make him beat you that way. Don't let Kelce beat you. Don't let Kelce and Mahomes dink and dunk it down the field. And Pittsburgh did that, and that was 29-10 on Christmas Day. If you have Netflix, you could have seen it. But I just don't know why teams just let the Chiefs keep getting away with this. And the refs. Let's talk about the refs. So the Chiefs will say it's conspiracy theory that they get all the calls. But we've seen it. We've seen it. I don't think in the Super Bowl last year where they beat the 49ers, I think it was a badly called game. I don't think it favored either team. I think it just did a poor job. There's 2 types of games now. There's ones where the refs call it bad for both teams. And there's one where they clearly are helping one team. There's never a good officiated game anymore. Officiating gets worse every year. And replay doesn't help much. So I'm going to link in the description. Last time the Chiefs played the Vikings, the refs basically were completely favoring the Chiefs. There was a play where the Chiefs committed pass interference, legal hands to the face, and then after the play, the player took his helmet off on the field, which is illegal. All 3 should have been called. Should have been 3 flags. And they picked them all up. They didn't call any of them. You can see the refs saying, put your helmet back on to the Chiefs player, which is insane. Clearly helping the Chiefs. In that game, the Chiefs covered the spread, and it went under, the over-under. And a lot more people bet the over. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but that was so obvious. I'm going to link that description. It's a little over a minute. Make sure you watch that because that is crazy. Vikings getting screwed again. Lately, they've been getting screwed. So, the referee, Clay Martin, is calling the game. The Chiefs have never lost a game where he was the referee. Just saying. So, we'll see how the refs go. We'll talk about it in the recap. So, Houston, just, I'll briefly go over them. We went over them last week. The interior of the offensive line is bad. They're better at tackle. Nico Collins, one of the best receivers in the game. Got to get him involved. And the Texans' defense has got to keep it low scoring, and they've got to get hits on Mahomes. They've got to try to force turnovers. They cannot give up 27 points and win like they did when they played him before. They played about a month ago. Chiefs won at home by 8. It's going to be colder this time. Chiefs are favored by 8. We will pick at the end. Let's quickly go over Redskins, Lions. Jaden Daniels, amazing. One of the best rookie seasons a quarterback's ever had. He played great against the Buccaneers. Great upset win on the road. I don't know how Washington keeps doing it. They're 13-5. They have an average at best roster. An amazing quarterback, amazing receiver, Terry McLaurin. They have pretty good linebackers, pretty good corners. But they just don't have a roster that should be one of the 8 teams left in the playoffs. And the Lions do. The Lions have one of the best rosters, if not the best roster in the NFL. Give Dan Quinn credit, the coach of Washington. He's done an amazing job. They're on an incredible run. They're playing really well. But Detroit, maybe Washington has a better group of corners or off-ball linebackers, but that's maybe a better quarterback, but that's about it. The Lions are better everywhere else. Their safeties are incredible. It's the best tandem in the league. They've had so many defensive line injuries. Hasn't hurt them yet. Amon-Ra St. Brown, unbelievable receiver. They have 2 amazing running backs. Offensive line, probably the best in the league, right there with the Eagles. How you got to beat the Lions? You got to outscore them. You got to score points. And even Houston, who was a playoff team still left, forced Jared Goff, the quarterback of the Lions, into 5 interceptions. And the Lions still won the game. Houston could not capitalize on those picks. That was a crazy game. It was a Sunday night game. I don't know how Houston lost that game. But that's what you have to do. You have to outscore the Lions, and you have to force Jared Goff to throw interceptions. You have to get pressure on him. He's not the most mobile quarterback. He has had a great year, Jared Goff. But 3 or 4 games, he was terrible. The rest of them, he was terrific. You have to force him into a bad game. If he plays well, I don't know anyone in the NFC can beat the Lions. So, yeah, I just think Washington, they've had a great year. They've been playing well. They've overachieved. I just think the talent difference is going to run out. Detroit and Kansas City are coming off byes. Kansas City played well off their bye, beat the 49ers. The Lions off their bye won 47-9 over the Cowboys. Some teams off the bye just come out flat, don't play well, but the Chiefs and Lions do. So that shouldn't be an issue. The spread is 9.5, so I'm going to take the Lions minus 9.5. That's a big spread, but I think this could get ugly. I think the Lions are just too good. And the Chiefs minus 8, that one's a little tougher to me because the Chiefs don't have that dynamic offense. They don't have Tyreek Hill anymore to just blow people out. But I think I'm going to take them minus 8 because it's going to be cold. I just think they're going to cover. Almost always in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, a road team wins. At least one. Last week it was Washington. I thought it would be the Chargers. It was Washington. So I'm going to have to pick either the Rams or Ravens to win because the road team's going to win. So not sure which one I'm going to pick. We'll see. So make sure you like this video. Thumbs up helps. Subscribe. Best thing you can do is subscribe. while we build the channel. Share this video out there with anyone who loves football. Follow me on X at footballcheese. Enjoy your Friday and look for my preview of the Sunday games tomorrow morning.